Hey guys, and welcome to Shogun to Total War Fall of the Samurai. Today I'm gonna bring you a ranked match between me and Desert something. Um, well, as I said, this is a ranked match. That means you are ranked through skill or availability. So if an opponent of higher skill or higher degree is available, he gets put up towards you. But I don't really care about that. Now, let's take a look at my army. I have my general's unit, a marine squad, unit of marines. I had 3 units of white tiger force. Those are, well, pretty strong if you use them correctly. I have 1 cavalry unit, Yariki or something, and 2 Matchlockachi. Yeah, Matchlockachi being the equivalent of samurai. So hopefully they actually do something today. They have shorter range and a little bit less reload speed than White Tiger Force. But then again, let's look at my opponent's army. I see 1 wooden cannon. Pretty primitive, but it works. He is reinforcing that with a spear levy. And out here we see his general, which has reloading skills, so he has a gun. And there he walks. Now, to look up at his infantry, I see 3 units of Black Bear infantry with high reload skill. And 2 units of spear levy. So, pretty decent army. At least for ranked matches they are pretty decent. I prefer more guns than melee units, but that's just me. Now my marines leading the advance are gonna get into position whilst he tries to capture the archery dojo. And I will try to advance. Archery dojo, of course, giving greater reload skill, and all units in the area that use missiles get them replenished over time. So let's say a bullet a minute. So each guy gets 1 bullet every minute when near it. Well, my troops are in formation. It's time to move them up a little. Just a small walk. Don't try to rush. Rushing kills, as they say. And I don't know why, but only that veteran marine unit has some sort of tune, or don't know how you say that, but very weird. This reminds me of the days of Empire Total War. Now to see what my opponent is gonna do. He is marching up with some of his infantry. Probably trying to get some time out of it. He is seeing that my army is moving up slowly, so he probably thinks that I am marching up in a single straight line. But my intention is to either lure him out or to move up with my Kachi in front. So I'm just gonna wait what my opponent is gonna do the minute they get into position, and see if I can tempt him to get out. Would be great, of course, if he actually gets out in the open. Well, if you can see, he is guarding himself with a little ridge over there. My units aren't able to shoot over it. And here I am wishing him some good luck for, well, he didn't respond to it in regular chat when we were setting up our armies, so I thought maybe he hadn't seen it, but my opponent just doesn't react to it. But Desmond Demon over there is gonna do the same thing as I do. He is moving up with the spears towards the armor, or whatever you call it, and he intends to use that in his advantage when he moves up. And I think he was gonna wait for it till he got the workshop, or would see if I went moving forward, but I didn't, so he just stood there. And so did I, so it was a little bit of a Mexican standoff in the middle of a battle zone. And just as I suspected, now that he's got his workshop, he moves up with his Black Bear infantry to take out my special unit of veteran marines. Now, my marines aren't stupid, they are gonna fire back when fired upon. So, casualties on either side, at least I hope. Now, time to retreat my marines, even though they are just in the battle, and usually you would keep them in the fight. I intend to draw either him closer so the hill isn't protecting me, or move up, which I'm gonna do right now, with my Kachi in front. So they take all the bullets and we fire them back. Seeing some shots fired. Now my cavalry to move up in order to disturb his line. Now my first line of Kachi is retreating, my first unit, and this is the time I actually just stand there and fire back. Why did I wait so long before I started firing? It's very easy. I wanted them to be in range of my Kachi. And Kachi, although maybe slow in reload and small in numbers, they actually have an advantage over those kind of units. So it would have been fun to actually see them survive the battle. And his spear levy is now actually moving up in order to get in close quarter. But I reacted to that by using my general and rallying them to gain them extra morale so they can stay in the fight longer. And looking at them actually firing, I decided to just, in order... what I would usually do is charge them in the back, but this time I won't. I'm just gonna let them fight it out. My cavalry is taking out his artillery, his wood cannons, and now I'm returning my cavalry in order to make sure that his units stay in their respective positions and he doesn't get the courage to move up his spear levy. Now my second unit is routing, and the minute they rout, his spear does too, so I have a huge advantage now. I have more than twice the number of gunners and my general is still intact. And I have some cavalry which is able to respond quickly to any threats given to him by advancing spears. So should the spears advance and clash with my unit, I can always say like, hey, I'm gonna use my cavalry this time. So, now it's just waiting for either of us to rout, and well, should my main unit rout, then I will give up. And his unit routs instead, so time for me to advance and to deliver the final punch to his unit. Now, unfortunately, he moves his spears up, but then again, that yeah, frees up room for my cavalry to go after his general. And apparently his spears are only focused on taking out my general, so I can use that as a decoy, make sure his spears are following my general and shoot them from the flank. And here we have it. He sees that my spears are... I see that his spears are moving after my cavalry, so I decided to retreat them. And at the same time, before they get close, I'm retreating my general again. And at this point my opponent conceded. So it was a pretty nice match. He had some good tactics, I had some good tactics. At least I think I had some good tactics. My battle was just to draw them out and get them in range of my third line. For using this triangle formation, you have one unit that's gonna deliver a punch, the second unit that's gonna take some fire, and the third unit that's gonna take some deals another punch. And I think that worked out pretty well. Now to see, I gained a nice veteran unit. That's something I catched up for too. I gained 2 clan tokens, and I got some artillery right now. So let's look at the stats. I had 290 men and lost 182, killed 177. He deployed 320 men, lost 182 and killed 178. So pretty good. Now let's look at the unit that has the most kills. My unit was the Marine Squad. That also gained another experience rank, another chevron. And my opponent's was the Black Bear Infantry. Well, thank you and goodbye.